Kingambit became the second most popular Pokemon in OU competitive play. It might be the most predictable yet unstoppable Pokemon we have seen in a while. Everyone knows Kingambit likes to run 4 set moves: Swords Dance, Kowtow Cleave, Iron Head, and the infamous Sucker Punch, alongside its ability Supreme Overlord. And this Pokemon is similar to Houndstone that rewards you for sacking off Pokemon because it's more and more powerful with more Pokemon lost on your side. Anyways, this is all information we already know, and I'm not here to spit out the same information everyone knows by now, but probably the biggest reason why it's so good in this meta, not only for its sheer power, but its many combinations with items and terastilization that makes it unpredictable. With terastilization, it's able to turn its weak Dark and Steel defensive typing into something way more viable, which is like the biggest reason why it's been so good. Items like Choice Band, Leftovers, Black Glasses, etc. have been very popular on this Pokemon, and it's not usually until Kingambit attacks that you will know which item it's using, and by that time, it can be a bit too late. The unpredictability of items and terastilization makes it a huge gamble at the end of games for opponents. Great Tusk, for example, known for its defensive pivot schemes, can even have its own trouble against it. If Kingambit at the end of games decides to somehow terastilize to flying, predicting the close combat, headlong rush, or EQ, it's gonna be a hard problem now stopping it, especially since Kingambit doesn't even have bad bulk, so it can SD set up for it. Now you're sitting at a Supreme Overlord +5 and an SD +2 Kingambit, and the possibility of an item leftovers to recover the damage it took, or maybe something like Metal Coat to increase its Iron Head damage. This is a huge problem, and now it can basically kill all the momentum the opponent has, as it will had you down to your last Pokemon, and now Kingambit is sitting in the driver's seat, and now your opponent isn't worried. Black Glasses is also another good item on this Pokemon, and Terra to Dark allows it to be more of a powerhouse against most opposing teams, as it further increases the power of Sucker Punch and Kowtow Cleave. It's honestly a nightmare to deal with, especially since Kingambit has such a high attack stat, Supreme Overlord, and the Adamant nature. Like, this is purely offensive, and you gotta be really at the end game, no Will-O-Wisp users, or really nothing that can really OHKO you if you're just going for Sucker Punch or Kowtow Cleave. And hey, at this moment, if you guys are enjoying the video, consider subscribing, as we are on the road to 7k subscribers, and our promise is informative content will keep coming your way if you subscribe. Anyways, back to the video. Oh, but what if you have Will-O-Wisp user like Rotom Wash? Well, Kingambit could, Terra to Fire and neutralize Will-O-Wisp and keep its Black Glasses or any other item it has, on top of not being 4 times weak to fighting now. And if you can predict that, it's a clean, easy SD setup for you on top of that as well. Another neat idea is to punish Rotom Wash's Will-O-Wisp with a Lump Berry if you're already terastalized to something else, as this allows you to void the burn and OHKO the Rotom Wash convincingly, breaking the momentum stopper. Dondozo or Skeledirge, 2 unaware users, while they help stop the SD setup, the Supreme Overlord ability is still there, and to that it becomes from a great defensive piece to another Pokemon that falls to Kingambit's side. There are also other terastilization examples like Fairy, Ground, Ghost, etc. in conjunction to these as well, but this video could go on for another hour if I keep going down the list. The big issue, as you can clearly see from these examples, is the unpredictability aspect of Kingambit. We know the ability, we know the moves, what we don't know is the terastilization type it's going to abuse, and that's what makes it so tricky to play against alongside the item it's going to run, similar to once OU monster of Espatra. It also helps it can counter basically most of the meta like Garganacl, Hatterene, Dragapult, Goldango, the list goes on and on. Its superiority and must choice on most teams is without a question in this meta. Anyways, comment down below what you guys think, join the Discord, and if you guys want to support even further, join the channel as well. Thanks for watching.